Tamara.
Hello.
I would love for you to just tell me your story and how the Nikken products have worked for you.
Okay, so my name is Tamara, and I'm an extremely busy professional. I have 5 children, 2 grandbabies, and I work full-time in excess of 40 hours a week. And I began a few years ago noticing aches in my joints, and sometimes to the extent where it would wake me up at night, couldn't sleep, would just kind of grit my teeth sometimes, or bring tears to my eyes. Also had an increase in migraines, and was just not feeling too good. And tried many different things, went online, went to Dr. Google, tried turmeric and anti-inflammatory diets, and increasing my omegas, so many things that I can't remember all of them, without result. And in fact, in some cases, what I tried made things worse. So went along like this and just thought, gosh, I'm getting older. That's the only thing that I could figure. And resigned to a life that was going to be full of chronic pain. Then, about a year ago, I was introduced to this magic water and was really skeptical. Had no clue about water, thought all water was basically the same. I live in a small town. Our water comes from underground aquifers. There's no chlorine, so I thought it's pretty darn good. But I gave it a try, and it was about 3 weeks into drinking the water that for some reason I went somewhere and I for 3 days and I didn't have it. And there's a couple of things I noticed is my body was asking for this water, almost like I was craving water. And in that time, I realized that I didn't have the intense cravings for a junk food like I had had before. And instead, I was craving water.
And what kind of water was this?
PyMag water. Yes, the PyMag water from Nikken. And so when I got back, I started encouraging my children to drink the water. And kind of a funny story is, after a couple of weeks of drinking PyMag water, my children would come to me and ask me at night, "Mom, will you make me some water?"
Aw.
So after a few weeks of that, I got tired of making everyone's water individually and invested in the countertop waterfall model, and it's one of the best purchases that I've ever made. Not only is my family able to make their own water, I have a 3-year-old grandbaby at the time who never drank water, ever. And before I knew it, she's drinking the PyMag water. She can get it herself, and now she opts for water over sugary sodas, even fruit juice.
Wonderful.
She wants to drink the water. So that was exciting. Mm-hmm. But fast forward, I still had, I had increase in energy, and it was kind of like a fog had lifted. I wasn't as depressed. I still had the aches in my joints, and I also had restless legs at night, which just made me crazy. So it was suggested that I use the Bone Health Pack, and so I used it for about a month and was a little disappointed because I didn't see much of a difference. But I kept at it and started into the second month, and about 2 weeks into the second month, so 6 weeks in, I just woke up one day and I realized I had no more joint aches, and the pain was gone, and it was just amazing. And with that, when you're free of chronic pain, all of a sudden I wanted to get out and do things. I started exercising again. I was much happier around my family. I was able to stay up later, get up earlier, and continued with the bone health pack. And in about 3 months, noticed no more restless leg. In fact, thinking back on it, I hadn't had restless leg probably for several weeks, but I hadn't realized it because I was sleeping.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
And then just in conclusion, I went on a trip and I didn't have my bone health pack with me, and I had forgotten to order some more. And so I went to about 2 weeks, almost 3 weeks without my bone health pack. And the previous symptoms slowly began to creep back in, and I couldn't get back on the bone health pack quick enough. And so I make sure that I'm always using the bone health pack. I'm drinking my PyMag water, and I'm eating more nutritious foods. I'm including the J green enzymes, which I take every single morning in water, and I have now included the Bergisterol and Siaga, and it's like a powerhouse.
Wow. So your joint issues were what particular joints were bothering you the most?
Every single one of them.
Wow.
And it would kind of circulate. Sometimes it was my knees. Sometimes it was my elbows or my shoulders.
And how long had that been going on?
That had been going on for about 15 years.
Wow. And can I ask how old you were?
48.
And you've been dealing with that for that long?
Yes. After the birth of my 5th child at 33, I had some reactions or whatever that I hadn't experienced before. I started getting monthly migraines that started at 1 a month and then pretty soon became 5 to 7 a month. And that's when the joint pain started.
And the migraines, are they still there?
No. When I am able to utilize all of my products and get good sleep, I went for 3 months without one migraine.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, well, I'm so excited. Thank you so much for sharing. So in summary, 6 weeks on the bone health, which would be the lactoferrin, the osteodense, and the caldens,
Mm-hmm.
right? Within 6 weeks, you could see a difference and had minimal joint pain, if almost none.
Mm-hmm.
And your restless leg syndrome sort of thing went away.
Was gone.
Wow. Well, that's exciting. Thank you
yes.
so much for sharing.
You're welcome.